I'm Quinn, and I'm from just outside of McFarland, out in the foothills in the orange groves. And this is Sonia. And Sonia had valley fever a couple years ago and almost died from it. But she's still on medication, but she's doing really well. We don't know. We had gone to a dog show, and she'd gotten a 4-point major and a 5-point major. She did really well, and we just needed 2 points for her championship, and came home, and a couple days later almost died. She had 105.5 temperature and pneumonia, and we rushed her to the hospital. And she had to be on oxygen for 2 days, which was not good. But she's doing really well, but she still is on medication. It took a few days. Actually, the first vet we took her to pull bloods to do testing for it, but it takes about 5 days for the test to come back. And by that time, she had gotten really bad and had to go to another emergency hospital down in Burbank. She was getting better by the time they got the diagnosis back that it was valley fever. A lot of different animals can, and it's not too uncommon in dogs. So I think what they do is when it's hot, they dig holes in the dirt and then lie in the dirt, and then they breathe in the spores, and that's what can cause it. It was very expensive, and thank goodness I had insurance on her. I've never had insurance on any of my animals, but I had gotten it on her just a couple of months ahead of time, and that otherwise we probably couldn't have saved her. It was about probably $6,500 for the whole treatment, and then since then she's been on medication for 2 years, and that's not real cheap. Although it's gotten much less expensive for the valley fever medication than it used to be. It's only about maybe $25 a month, so that's not too bad, because I think it used to be, several $100s a month, and it has gotten more reasonable. She is a Borzoi. They used to call it Russian Wolfhound. The breed originated in Russia, and actually she's from Canada. And I got her to show, but they're wonderful dogs. They're very calm. They spend most of their time on the bed, but they can go up to 35 miles an hour. They hunt by sight, so that's why they have the longer nose. That has to do with the eyesight. She can see something a half a mile away and be 35 miles an hour after it, so we always keep them on a leash. But they come in every color, and she's just an especially sweet dog, very kind. It was terrible. Yeah, it really was, because these are my babies, and it was really hard. Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. Her coat's still not as good as it used to be, and her muscle tone isn't as good as it used to be, and I think that's from the fluconazole. But I'm hoping that within the next few months we might be able to get her off of it. Not much, because of the hair coat and the muscling. She only needs 2 points left to finish her championship, so we're hoping we could at least get those. But if we can, as long as she's healthy, that's all that's important. So. But it's a frustrating disease because they don't know very much about it, and there's not much you can do other than the fluconazole, I've tried to find out stuff on the internet, and there's just very little information about it. There was supposed to be a group on canine valley fever, but it had no activity, and there's just not much information. And it is pretty, dogs get it a lot, and they die from it, and then the people, of course, also. But it was a tough time, it was hard to, with the insurance, you have to come up with the money before they reimburse you, and so that was really hard, because, you have your animal dying, and the vets want the money right now, so that was tough. But I was just thankful that they had the equipment and the ability to take care of her, so.